ASICs are the secret to making a cloud gaming service viable. That's the core message in Jan Ozer's latest article. He points out that cloud gaming platforms specifying video encoders should consider 4 key factors: CAPEX, OPEX, quality, and not funding their competitors. That last one sounds kind of obvious, but if Jan Ozer states the obvious, there must be hidden reason behind it. Let's put our Sherlock Holmes hat on and dig into that. Jan, can you explain that mysterious statement about not funding the competitors?
Sure. As you know, NVIDIA is a major supplier of GPUs into the cloud gaming market, and these GPUs render the game, and they also are used for transcoding in some applications. And it also happens that NVIDIA has their own gaming platform. And if you buy GPUs from NVIDIA, you're actually helping fund their competitive game platform, and that never sounds like a good idea.
I love Netflix. The case between Blockbuster and Netflix appears in every marketing program and give the sentence, "That will never work," completely new meaning. In your article, you are pointing out the delay in moving from console-based approaches to cloud gaming as an opportunity for Netflix to once again strike with a disruption. They did it already with home entertainment rental ecosystem with their always available subscription streaming service. Now we can see them entering the gaming space. So if you and I started a new gaming platform tomorrow, how can we make our business viable knowing what we know from inside NETINT space?
Cloud gaming is a tough business, and there are multiple elements, some of which we know about it at NetInt, some we don't. I mean, you have to, it helps to have billions in the bank, right? So that's one advantage Netflix has over you and I. You have to pick up great games, and certainly Netflix has done a lot of acquisitions and a lot of development in that space. And you have to have a great marketing plan and marketing strategy and delivery program. The part that we know is the execution side, how you render the frames and how you encode the streams. And from that perspective, you have to be as efficient as possible. I mean, it's a brutal market from a cost perspective. So you have to keep your costs down in addition to all the other stuff that I mentioned.
How do the cloud gaming platforms operate? I mean, at $4.99 per month with all this overhead, how do they make money?
Well, it's like any other subscription service. You have to get a lot of subscribers. You have to hope that a bunch of them aren't on your service 24 hours a day, and you have to keep your costs low. I mean, that's the key point that we can help cloud gaming platforms control.
With NetInt Quadra T2 VPU, video processing unit, coupled with a GPU from AMD, a single server can deliver as many as 200 simultaneous 720p 60 gameplay sessions. Is that a secret sauce?
It's a nice metric that we own. We've looked at a lot of cloud gaming encoders and transcodings and the whole operating center of the cloud gaming platform, and we've not seen any combination that can meet that number of output streams on a 1RU or 2RU rack. So it's a nice benchmark that I think will help promote NetInt products as we go into the cloud gaming market even further.
We're talking about CAPEX and OPEX, but what about quality? My grandma told me that with ASICs, you cannot match the quality produced by software. Is that still the case?
I think your grandmother is a little bit outdated. No, with all due respect. The thing about software encoding is if you want to wait forever to get a frame out, you can do that and you can get really, really good quality. But the problem with gaming, or the challenge with gaming, is that it's all real time and it's got to be low latency. So with Quadra units that fuel cloud gaming platforms, you get to dial in the quality and dial in the latency. If you want to get really, really good quality, you can. That may reduce your throughput. It may increase latency a bit. Most cloud gaming platforms use the default settings, which gives you a really, really good mix of both high quality, great throughput, and low latency.
Everyone knows about hidden cost of GPU, but nobody openly talks about them. Ironically, they are usually recognized and acknowledged a bit too late when the platform has a very limited bargaining power. So Jan, I challenge you, go ahead, tell them.
Okay, a couple of things. Number one, we talked about not funding a competitor. That should be, step number one. Number two, you look at the key components of any cloud gaming platform. It's your CPU, your GPU, and your rendering or transcoding capability, which could be, part of the GPU or it could be a separate transcoder. And I think you're going to get the most negotiating leverage if you keep those functions siloed with different vendors. If you go all single vendor for all of those components, you're going to have very little negotiating leverage because it's going to be very difficult for you to change vendors after you started your service. On the other hand, if you have one CPU vendor, one GPU vendor, and one transcoding vendor, you've got maximum negotiating leverage with all those different companies.